Right, this is Macaulay McGowan for GloveGossip, filling in for Jake today, interviewing Kieran McDaid, Jimmy Egan's only ever 100 bouter, a Centurion, a club that's had Tyson Fury, world heavyweight champion of the world, and you're the only ever 100 bouter. How does that feel?
Yeah, it feels amazing, to be fair. Yeah.
Like that, like you're gonna go down in history, like the only ever 100 fighter, the first anyway. If there's more to come in the future.
Yeah, hopefully there is more to come. But yeah, it feels good to be first.
So what was your goal setting out? Did you always want 100 fights or?
So, say when I got to about 30, 40 bouts, I was thinking that's when I started proper getting decent at boxing anyway. That's when I won my titles, 2 national titles, and then that's when I was thinking, right, I want to get to the 100 bouts and then turn pro after that.
Okay, so so let's go back to the beginning. So what age did you start?
I started when I was 8.
8,
yeah.
Right, and what age did you think? You know what? Because you can't box till you're 11 in the UK. No, so what made you stay in the gym for 3 years, thinking, you know what, I'm going to box when I'm 11?
Not gonna lie, when I started, my dad, my cousin, all my dad's mates were there. So I started when they was they weren't doing it proper in it, but they were just going to say the adult session. But my dad took me there because I was being naughty in school and that. So that's when I actually started. So what actually kept me in the gym was just they kept going in it. But then say I started getting let into the amateurs, the thought of actually being able to start doing my skill bouts and having me fights like that made me want to keep going, if you know what I mean.
So when was your first skills bout?
I'm pretty sure it was when I was 10, because then it was when you was 10. I think, I can't remember, don't know if it was 10 or 11, but my first skill bout was when I was 10 in the Connie Club.
Okay.
I boxed mint probably when the coaches at the time were saying that's one of the best they've ever seen me box and everything, but I think that was because of pressure of the crowd and everything like that. So
well, I remember that. I remember a lot of the lads saying, "Did you watch Kieran?" They expected Kieran to. I don't think inspiring you shown half as much as what you could do, and then under the lights. In the actual fight, you rose to the occasion, and everyone's like, I couldn't believe how well Kieran boxed and his skills bout. So you must have been one of those fights from early on that rose to the occasion. Whereas me, on the other hand, probably seen the best of you inspiring in the fights, but you seem to be one of those guys that rose. So after, say, your first couple of skills, you started boxing, and then was you dedicated? Did you take it seriously, or was you just hit and miss? I want to box a bit, maybe.
I wanted to box, but I wasn't fully dedicated to where I was I want to win all the time. I was just I want to box and I want to fight, but I don't care if I win or lose. So me record and me record coming up to about say 25 fights was lost I don't know 16, 1, 9. So I weren't great, but I just loved the fight. So
well, that's a good attitude to have as an amateur. I'd say to any amateur coming through, that's the way you should be. So it's not a bad thing. So when did you think, you know what, I could do this for the rest of my life?
I'd say when I thought that was when coming up to the nationals when I won the titles. I'd say that's when I thought if I give it a good if I do give it a good go, then I could become good enough to go pro and win titles as a pro, achieve dreams. You know what I mean?
So what is your dream?
Obviously, everyone says my dream's to become world champion. It's my obviously that's my dream as well. I want undefeated record all the way, world champion, win everything, probably change your weight, win everything at that weight. Obviously, that's what I want, but hopefully, fingers crossed.
No, I understand that. You have your goal, and you can't you got to obsess a bit, but you can't think of it. Otherwise, you won't. I don't know. It's I always heard of the saying like you have your goal and then you let go of it. You get your goal and work out how to get there, and then you forget about the goal and just work towards whatever.
So like the way I'm thinking of it is like little goals on the way to the big goal. So like my next goal to have my pro debut after the match. Well, my next goal is win the Manchester Box Cup.
Of course,
Hopefully, Sky pick me as one of the boxers to box on Sky, on the weekend. The goal after that, have my pro debut. The goal after that, say get 5-0. The goal after that, 10-0. Goal after that, win say one of the smaller titles. Then you know what I mean. Keep going up.
Mate,
up
the world's your oyster. Like you can be as ambitious as you want. Don't let anyone say, "Oh no, you can't do that." Why can't we? What? Because from where we're from or who we are. Like there's other lads out there shouting the name about that. They're going to be this, that, and the other, and you're miles better than them.
Yeah.
So but I'll shout whatever you want. But think about the weekend. You're fighting in the Manchester Box Cup.
Yeah.
Do you know who you're fighting?
The first lad, I don't know his name, but he's meant to be a decent lad.
Okay.
So that would be a good fight in the semis. And then the second lad, it's out of 2 fighters. I only know James Dean Fury, but I don't know the other lad. I don't know how the other lad boxes, but James Dean Fury is.
Come on! 1-2!
We've gone to the judges' scorecards. They have arrived at a split decision. And the winner of this 80-kilo senior Manchester Box Cup final and champion for 2025 by a split decision, the winner in the red corner.
It doesn't matter. So, are you confident of winning the Manchester Box Cup?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, brilliant. Good. So, let's take it back a bit now. Out of all your amateur fights, because you've had 104, is it? 103?
103, yeah.
103 amateur fights, wow. And then, who's the best lad you've boxed?
The best lad I've boxed? I can't even think.
Don't even remember.
There's a few good lads. There's a few decent lads, people I've boxed who's boxed for England and stuff like that. Let's say, I can't even think.
Don't worry about it. You've had that many. It's not like you've had 20 fights, is it?
There's a few good.
There's probably loads. Too many to pick.
Yeah.
When you won the national title, was that your goal to win the national title?
What that? Yeah.
As an amateur.
Being
an amateur myself, it always eluded me to win the nationals, and I finally did it one year. I was like, wow, I finally done it. So I did.
The feeling after actually achieving it, you feel you feel better than everyone. Just being honest, you feel amazing.
You wake up the next morning, you're number one.
You're thinking what? That's me. That I've just done that, but the feeling was like.
But then, am I right in saying that you did it again the same year, or was it the year later that you did it?
Both in the same year.
Same year. Yeah. So you were just showing off then.
Yeah. So woke up the next morning, I was like, oh, I'm just going to do it again next month. A couple of months.
So how did that feel being 2-time national champion in 1 year? I mean, I think only 3 other people have done that in front of you as well.
3 or 4. It felt amazing, especially when I found out only a few other people had done it. Thought what? Tyson Fury is one of them names as well, isn't it? So I was thinking in my head I was thinking realistically I'm in the same
of course,
bunch of names as Tyson. So if he's world champion now, what could I be in 10 years?
And Tyson was older when he did it as well.
Yeah.
So you were doing it younger, you've been doing it longer. Why can't you reach them heights?
Yeah.
The world, it's there, man. You got to believe in yourself and keep going. So the championship's just gone. Your last run at the ABAs. You got to, was it the quarterfinals?
Yeah, quarters.
Yeah, the quarters. The year before you got to the semi-finals and boxed Steve. Was it Steve Clark?
No, the year before I got seeded. Got to the seeded number 1 the year before.
Yeah.
Boxed Luke Turner. He's good.
Yeah,
I
good,
think he's
like,
on GB or something now.
Yeah.
But didn't have any prep for that fight. Not proper anyway. The year before that, that's when I got to the semis. Boxed Steve Clark. He's now a good pro.
Yeah.
Like, he's got a decent record with like good
match free and
good
everything
promoters and that.
Not match free, sorry, Sky Sports.
Yeah, but this year I got to the quarters. I boxed mint the whole way through the tournament. I thought the fight in the quarters of the Northwest, I boxed the lad whose record is 19-1. So
Wow.
it was
that
fight.
I've seen that lad spar. I know who he is.
Yeah, he's decent lad.
He's a very good kid. Yeah.
So in that fight, coming up to that, I was like, got a decent lad in the first round. Like, bloody hell, why the first round in it? But I knew in my head like I had the experience and everything on him, so I knew in my head like I was gonna have him over. Second lad in the final, he wasn't as like good as the other lad, but he was still big, strong, decent lad.
Well, anyone at 80 kilos, a big strong lad. Like, considering you're not, no disrespect, the biggest.
No, I'm probably the smallest.
Yeah.
He's about this bigger than me. I was like, bloody hell. But I gave him a count.
All right.
Yeah, give him a count. Won that and.
And then your 100 was it your 100th bout in the pre-quarters? And you got the
stoppage. Yeah. Stopped the lad. He was good brawler in boxing before on the home show. So I knew what was coming, like, but he come at me even more than when I boxed him before. But he knew he had to stick it all over.
Yeah, of course.
But hard first round, but I won it. Decent second round. Pretty sure it went to the third. I can't even remember, but I did stop him. I'm pretty sure it was in the third, but stopped him in the third. I hit him with I think it was a clean right hand on the jaw. Yeah. But that was me first proper like stoppage. Yeah. I was buzzing. I was screaming in the corner. Yeah, my voice went and everything.
In your 100th fight as well.
Yeah, I was buzzing. Like, obviously going into that fight, national pre-quarters. Yeah. I knew he was going to come at me. 100th fight, loads of pressure, but like.
On the job, yeah. I always think the pre-quarters as well are like a very nervous time because you're about to enter the nationals where like that's where you want to be. You want to be in the national quarter semi-finals. Whereas the pre-quarters, if you don't make it past then, you're just kind of forgotten about.
Yeah. So like, there's no point even getting to
nationals. Yeah. So I always found it dead nerve-wracking to be in the pre-quarters. But you were so how many times have you won the Northwest region? 7 times. And you won the Northwest region 7 times. What an achievement that is in itself. Yeah. And how many national titles you won?
2. Yeah. Been to 3 national finals, 2 semis, and I think 3 to 2 quarters.
So with any promoters out there, managers, he's had over 100 fights. You heard the credentials there. But yeah, I think I've picked your brains enough to everything. So I've enjoyed it. Enjoyed speaking to you. Pleasure to know you, and I can't wait to see the journey.
Cheers.
Nice one. Everyone, follow his journey in the pro ranks, and us at GloveGossip, like and subscribe. Thank you very much.